All right, what if the secret to aging well wasn't just about diet or exercise, but actually something in your body most of us have never even heard of? It's called fascia. It's the connective tissue that supports every muscle, organ, and movement we make, and experts say keeping it healthy could be one of the keys to longevity.
I have the best fascia.
That's what they say.
Our next guest, Sue Hitzmann, longevity expert and founder of the Melt Method, has spent years helping people unlock the power of fascia to move. I say fascia.
You say fascia, we say fascia.
To move better, feel younger, and stay strong as they age. She's here to talk about the secrets to longevity and show us some simple techniques we can do to help.
Hello,
Hi.
hello.
Hi.
It's a lot of pressure.
No, it's okay. I'm good.
You're it.
She's
you're
here
the one.
for it. Okay, so the Melt Method. It's helping us. What do we get with this whole thing?
So Melt Method is a fascia-forward self-care methodology. It helps people with stiffness, achiness. If you're waking up all the time stiff and achy, it really educates people on how to be aware of what fascia is, how to treat it, because fascia is the system of your body that keeps everything feeling well. It's what's helping you move, age, recover.
Okay.
What are some steps to keeping your fascia healthy?
Well, we definitely need to move more, but I think the thing is becoming aware of if fascia is in a stuck state, you get symptoms, and some of the symptoms that we have are things like neck pain, low back pain. So I always think of fascia like a sponge, right? So if a sponge is hydrated, right, you can move and adapt, right? Because fascia is a tension compression management system, right? And after we put pressure to it, it bounces back to its ideal shape. But most of us are walking around with a dehydrated
a dry sponge.
Right, exactly. And so when we sit for long periods of time and we stay in that, or we do repetitive postures, it doesn't spring back. And much like a sponge, when it's moist, it absorbs water very quickly, but a dried out sponge doesn't. And the only way to get fluid back into a sponge is to work the fluid back into the sponge. And so through tension compression techniques like Melt, you can actually rehydrate the tissue in just 10 minutes a day and get your joints feeling better.
Let's do it.
Oh, well, before we actually do that, I think what's more important in that is that instead of doing it, is actually doing an assessment to identify if you have stuck stress. And so you two are going to do 2 assessments for me.
We're here.
Okay, so first one, give me your...
Thank you, thank you.
So first one is called the reach and touch test. Everybody should do it. You're going to reach one hand straight up into the air, finger held high. You're going to close your eyes, and on the count of 3, you're going to take your opposite finger and you're going to touch the tip of that finger held up. 1, 2, 3. Right, so we missed. So try it on the other side. I know that's okay. No pressure.
I'm too tall for the camera.
Try it on the other side. So bring the other arm up. Same thing. Close your eyes. 1, 2, 3. Try to touch the absolute tip of it.
Nope, missed it.
So listen, if you're missing it, here's the thing. Your joints are attached to you. Why don't you know where the tip of your finger is?
Right. What's wrong with me?
If you think of your joints like satellites.
Nope. Oh, you got it.
Exactly. Your nervous system's trying to figure out where those joints are in relationship to gravity. And if you have stuck stress in your fascia, it slows that.
So I have bad fascia.
It's exactly. Your nervous system is functioning inefficiently because your fascia is not hydrated. Here's another one everybody should try. It's just balance on one leg. Just stand up and balance on one leg. Now you have heels, so I'm going to give you a little benefit of the doubt. But if your ankle is wavering around a lot, if your ankle is doing this while you're standing, again, your nervous system is having a hard time identifying where the center of gravity is. So ideally, we can just come up. But again, if you're tipping over, you bring your leg up and all of a sudden you fall over.
No bueno.
That's exactly. It's not a great idea.
For the purposes of this, let's pretend we have crap fascia.
Yes, so even try this, try this, bring your hands back. So ideally, if your fascia is hydrated, your wrists will extend fully. If you're making a VW or your fingers are coiled back, look at how, exactly. So if those fingers coiled back, it's kind of like wearing a size 4 pair of jeans instead of a size 8. Fascia is a tension compression management system. So through gentle compression, and that's why the hand and foot therapy is so important, they're missing pieces. You know, we spend so much time making our butt look more lifted in our jeans, but if our hands aren't functioning well, if we have a lot of stuck stress in the feet, your nervous system can't figure out where your pelvis is in relationship to gravity. Exactly. So hydrating fascia. So we have all sorts of tools that we use. We use soft therapy, rollers and balls, and even our newer product is the Fascia Hydrator. This is a low frequency vibration device, and all it is just hydrating. So just moving fluid flow through vibration in local regions where your lymphatic system has lymph nodes. This
do you need a specialist to do this? Or can you do it
that's the nice thing is we have a streaming platform. You can do this on your own. Exactly.
So you can spend 10 minutes a day at home. Hydrating your tissue, your fascia.
Exactly. So doing just gentle compression techniques, doing things like gliding, shearing, and rinsing, you can actually yield fluid exchange. And what's important for people to realize is that daily living is causing this effect. You can eat right, you can exercise, you can do all of the right things and still have chronic aches and pains. So if you're sitting for long periods of time and you get up and you feel like you've aged 40 years because your joints aren't working working as well when you get up as they did when you sat down.
I'm improvising at this point.
Yeah, that's your fascias talking to
Everyone
you.
at home, do yourself a favor.
Hydrate.
Follow Sue on Instagram at Sue Hitzmann.